Well, it's giving me that old cliche, like I said. It's a good feeling, a feel good moment. Anytime I get to go out there and work with those kids and everything, and just to see them, starting at elementary school, going to middle school, going to high school, and eventually going to college. And so that's a big plus. And I'm sure all referees feel that way. I know Robin does. Seeing the kids go to college. And I guess that's my biggest one. And then seeing these kids when they're playing out there on the court, they don't realize they're in a wheelchair. They're saying, look, I'm just as able as anybody else. And that's their mindset. And that makes me feel good. And to see those kids after they finish playing come back and support their team and support the organization and going to college is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And the looks on their faces when they've competed, they're just not out there going through the motion. They're competing, and they expect the referees like myself and others to give them 100% as they would able-bodied sports. And that gives us a great feeling because we call it as we see it. We don't have a dog in the race, and those kids know that, and they cannot wait because they know the game's gonna be called fair, and so they're out there working their hardest, giving everything they've got, and it's absolutely fantastic. The organization is doing a fabulous job. I think that they don't get enough notoriety for what they're doing because it's not really out there yet, and it can get better. But the organization is fantastic. And when they have the tournaments, they have the trophies out, they have banners out, the parents are out there. And so ADAP really support these kids. They do a fantastic job. Of course, my girl is Robin. I'm prejudiced towards Robin. I've been with her for about 9 or 10 years, and she is fantastic. And she does this out of love. She really does. I just have to give a shout out to Robin. I'm a little bit overly prepared sometimes, but I have no dog in the race. So I want to make sure I'm prepared that each team gets a fair shake and the game is called fairly. So you don't want to make sure you don't play one side against the other. I'm always prepared. Some of the coaches say a little over prepared at times. Wait a minute, I don't understand that rule. Repeat that to me. How does that work? And then number 2 is love. The kids, the coaches, organization, they know I love the game. I absolutely love it. You're not doing it for the money because, it is what it is, but I do it because I love it. I've been doing it now for 10, 11 years, and I hope to do it 10 or more, 11 more years. And trust it. They know I'm going to be there on time. They know that I'm there for them if they need to talk off to the side, and they know I have no agenda. They know I'm gonna call it as I see it. I think they have to be educated first. Once they're educated on it, because they hear ADAP sports, they go, because I know a lot of times I'll mention it, and they always ask, what is that? What is that? And then you tell them, because I talk to some of the schools and see if they're interested, but they're not, they're just kind of unaware. I'm sure some prefer, no, they don't want to do it, but there are a lot of coaches and communities, they're unaware of this sport. And I would like to be part of the effort to push this out there even farther. I think this organization has no limits, no boundaries. It has no limits of what it can accomplish in the long run.